And welcome to the Dave K Show. I'm David K. Gyro, and once again, we're coming at you from the beautiful banks of Falls River in beautiful New Roads, Louisiana. We are at the historic Julian Pardris Arts and Center Museum here on the third floor at the Dave K Show Studios. And as always, I have with me my beautiful co-host, Ms. Datha Bure. Datha, how you doing?
Doing good. How are you?
I'm doing very, very good. So, long time no see.
Long time no see,
I know,
right?
it's been a long time. So, so how's work going for you?
Busy.
Yes.
Yep.
So, of course, you're at the Wildlife and Fisheries.
Yep.
Yes.
It's ramping down though because boat and safety is finally coming to a little bit of a
Right, with the summer coming into fall.
Right.
So you see things are kind of slowing down overall as we go to the fall and winter?
Well, no, because then you got enforcement that's going to be having some amp up for the hunting violations and stuff. So
Right.
yeah, it's a transition. Boating is up high in the summer, and then hunting is up high in the winter. So.
Right. So overall, it kind of evens out all
Yeah.
over. So anyway, so we always like to say job security. You got a job.
Yeah.
So
As long as boats can float
exactly right.
and sink.
Right, and hunters can hunt.
Yeah.
Right.
Illegally.
Right.
Don't do that though. I'm not condoning that.
Nope, don't
Nope.
do that for sure. Not
No.
at all. All right, well, sounds great. We have another great show today. We're having some really, really cool guests lately. We're having some movers and shakers in our community, and today is no different, of course.
Right.
Today we have Representative Jeremy LaCombe, and
Right.
so I want to introduce you to Representative Jeremy LaCombe. I'm tongue-tied today. How you doing,
Get it out.
Representative?
Good. How you doing, David? How you doing, Miss Datha?
Hey, how are you?
Yes, we're doing great. So it's an honor to have you over here on our show. And we have a lot to talk about today. We're going to cram everything in kind of 30 minutes. We're going to kind of go over some bullet points and everything. So I always like to say we like to go back kind of in time in the younger days and everything. So what got you interested in the law practice and got you started in that career?
Funny story, David. So when I was about 5 years old, my uncle, James St. Romain, nicknamed me Perry Mason because I like to argue so much.
Wow, come on.
And then from that point, he just started calling me Little Lawyer.
Oh,
Wow.
So the entirety of my life, all my family called me Little Lawyer.
that's cool.
So I guess it just kind of stuck, and then entered the law practice back 2004, somewhere up in there.
That's incredible,
I
man.
thought you was going to say Ally McBeal.
No, that was a little bit before.
Right. And like they always say, the rest is history. I mean, you went to law school. Where'd you go to law school at?
I did my undergrad degree at Northwestern State in Natchitoches, got my 4-year degree. And then between undergrad, I worked for 2 years. I traveled for my fraternity. So I traveled,
okay.
went to 73 universities in a 2-year period
Wow.
as a consultant,
Wow.
all over from West Coast to East Coast to far north as Canada.
That's
Wow.
incredible. I know. Wow.
And then after wrapping it up, I had been working there. The intent was to go to law school because I was working in Virginia. So the intent was to go to law school in Virginia. When my mom was diagnosed with stage 4 lung cancer right towards the end of my term with Sigma Nu.
Oh,
So I moved home to help my dad take care of my mom. And then while I was here, I went ahead and applied for law school at LSU. So I got in and was accepted to law school, and I started law school in, I guess, August of 2001.
Wow.
Cool.
Yes, absolutely. So, just like being a doctor, there's so many different fields that you can go into. What got you interested in your particular law practice that you're in right now?
Well, I like doing something new every day. And so my job is very, very diverse. Of course, I have my own law practice, so I could determine the types of cases I want and do a whole bunch of different things. But for me, every day is a new challenge and a new deal. I don't take a lot of general cases off the street. Probably less than 5% of my practice is personal injury or things that come through the door. Mostly I do a lot of corporate work. I represent oil and gas trucking companies, oil and gas transportation companies.
cool.
Do a lot of regulatory work with the Public Service Commission and Office of Conservation. A lot of those companies, I serve as their general counsel. So generally what ends up happening, they got a problem, they call me. And then whenever I need to determine what type of firm we need to deal with, then I farm it out to some other bigger firm that has better capabilities.
Cool.
Sure, absolutely. And it's kind of like a rift in the lawyer career, I guess you could say, or the lawyer profession, because we have the shiny showboat people like the Gordon McKernans and all the Eric Garrars
Yeah.
and standing on 18-wheelers.
Yeah.
Then we have the
driving white Lamborghinis. Yes, I said it. He has a white Lamborghini.
He does, really?
Yes, he does.
I did not know that.
Yes, he does.
Well, why am I surprised? So yeah, we got the flashy lawyers, the personal injury lawyers, and we have the people like you that are working behind the scenes, doing, in my opinion,
Better,
more important work, I
Right.
guess you could say, helping corporations out, helping companies and individuals out on a kind of behind the scenes scale.
And of course, so that's just sort of one aspect of my practice. Before I got elected state representative, I also served as an assistant district attorney here with Ricky Ward's office. I was handling all of the juvenile prosecutions in the parish. I was also doing the abused children cases, the DCFS cases, where we were moving children from bad and neglected homes.
Right.
So I was
Wow.
doing that. In addition, I served as a magistrate judge for the city of Livonia. Like I'm telling you, I had 5 jobs.
Wow.
I was
Wow.
juggling them all over.
Right. That's
Keep you
amazing.
busy.
What's the most rewarding aspect of your job?
You know, I never handled any juvenile matters before I took the position with District Attorney Ward's office, and so it was an interesting take. It was sort of a side thing, like, hey, you're going to prosecute all the misdemeanors, but also you have all these juvenile matters. So I had never had any experience in my 15 years of practice in law dealing with these juvenile matters. So, but for rewarding for me, what I really liked was doing the DCFS cases, and it's terrible because you say you really liked it. I received more joy from it because we were protecting kids.
Right.
These kids who were in abused homes or abused settings. We were really kind of, I took a aggressive approach to making sure that these kids were protected in their homes. So,
Yes, that's
That's pretty
great.
cool.
for me, that was the most rewarding, and it came with very little to no pay.
Right. Right. That's generally how it works, right?
Right.
Generally how it works.